Hello, my name is Shudley and welcome back for another episode of Guardians of Silk in EU4, me in Texas. These next few episodes are going to be recorded only for YouTube. These are not streaming, hence the a bit different layout. Like, we took the oldest autosave that we had and went back to that one, and hopefully we can turn this war around. Now, there's a few things that I've, like, I did a stream of this already, trying to fix this once, but then there was some bad luck there, and things didn't go all that well. Especially with the trapezoid still just stomp over again, so I started building up the mercenaries already up here. I was testing a little bit if I could maybe get the trapezoid to follow the mercenaries, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So we're just have to, win this war ourselves, I guess. Although I suppose what I could do is I could maybe once this army is retreated, let's gather up the mercenaries over there. I could try to get this into Odisha or something, because I'm pretty sure that that's where the Trebizond's army is going to go through. They're going to be trying to besiege these areas, which is going to turn into pretty nasty things soon enough, I reckon. You are going to Manasgurt right now. Yeah, I'm going to go to Odisha. Hopefully they will follow me there. But what we do need to do, first things first, let's gather up the mercenaries into one stack. We'll have the regular army hopefully pick up the Trebizond's troops. We should also, I believe we got another leader. Yeah, we got Spike over here that we can put in charge of the mercenaries there. Now, unfortunately, because it's several armies, the speed is going to be the slowest army, which is without any extra points. Now, there is the Anizar army in the south, and I'm hoping to win that soon enough. Remains to be seen how quickly we can do that. And Denmark, Norway has announced me as a rival again. So if I go to Odisha, technically speaking, Trebizond might realize that, oh, there's a strong army here, let me attach to that. Or they might go completely different. Yeah, now they're going to Baziani. Right, so nothing goes to according to the plans or previous tests. Alright, well, let's send the mercenaries down south already, and if they are not following me down here, I'm just going to go south as well. They will be sieging down Chechnya, unfortunately, but there's not much I can do about that one, other than just try to survive. Well, bring in my troops here, try to get rid of this army once or twice, hopefully. And that way we can... Ooh, actually, what I should really do is put Trebizond sieging down that one. So that can be sieged down, I can focus down on the armies in here, hopefully. But, of course, Trebizond might just not listen to me, which seems to be the case. Well, maybe not. It's going to Ezram now, so it might be switching its target. I'm just going to move these as a stack for the time being. Now, we are running a bit low on cash because we did just rise up quite a bit of mercenaries, so hopefully we will be able to survive. They got... Karakayunlu has a lot of troops there. Go and attack wipe that army, hopefully. And yes, Trebizond is now heading south. That is exactly what we wanted. So they are kind of out of the way. Out of the harm's way, at least. Okay, so let's go ahead and deselect that. I'm going to start sending in the mercenaries through here. We hopefully have them attack me there, and I can slow them down. Now, this might be going after Trebizond's army again. I'm going to go after them. Oh, well, I mean, I suppose if we go around all of that, it might work. Karakayunlu has their armies protecting their lands for the time being, so that's good. I could perhaps ask money from Mamluks, by the way. There you are. So, trade favors for ducats, that's 87 ducats. That's going to give us a bit of money at least. That is good. Right, so that is going to the capital, seizing it down. Good. We got a decent bit of troops. We got about 20,000 plus what Ossetia has in here, so we might be able to take some of these smaller armies here, but I don't think I want to attack them right now. I want them to take a bit more attrition. One thing that I can do, though, is increase in Miltech. Now, that does unlock the new infantry, but at the same time, I'm not going to upgrade the infantry yet until we've had the combat against Isa in here. Because that is what we need to do. But now that Pierre's army over here, or the main army, is moving without the mercenaries on its tails, it should be slightly faster. It might be able to catch up on that one. Like, that one's got... Well, actually, they have a faster maneuver rating than what I do. Well, they've sieged down Chechnya in 200 days, and not exactly a surprise. Oh, and there's some Turkish army troops there, alright. That one's heading south. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to send in this army down there as quickly as possible. I don't think I can... No, I can't force march it yet. What I can do, though, is maybe have this one chase down the one sector there. That would be an easy victory. 4,000 versus 1,000. We are going to have a bit of separatism problem soon, though, and we still have the disaster looming. It's increasing 2 per year, or 2 per month, sorry. So that it's going to be hitting probably fairly soon. What I suppose I could do, though, is there is the unpopular relative. That would be a quarter point of stability. And then we can do the strategic marriage. So we can get to +1 stability. That means that the disaster is not going to hit. Also increases the... or improves the... Oh, we are catching that army. Okay. So we got, what, 17,000 men plus Ossetia as 2,500. So almost 20,000 versus that 8,000. We've got higher Miltech, so we've got a bit more fire. So we should be able to deal with... Oh, yeah, we got higher morale. Oh, Commonwealth giving a gift. Excellent. And we gain a core as well. So this is a good victory. There we go, 11.5 war score. We did lose almost 6,000 men though, so manpower is completely out basically at this stage. Right, so where are they retreating? They're going to Tantmor, so they might be going back to their lands. Oh, Trebizond gave up the battle there. Right, so I have a feeling that Anizar is not going to be in the war for all that long. I'm going to have the mercenaries... You know what? The mercenaries can go siege down. The main army can stay back a little bit, get back to friendly territory, and start figuring out how to deal with these. Where's the enemy armies? I don't see the... Like, I see these 2 smaller armies from Astrakhan, but that's about it. They might be sending some troops here. We know that this Turkey over here is a vassal of Ottomans, or Turkish Empire, and... they got some pretender rebellions, so they will get their independence if those pretenders march through. Oh, and now we can upgrade the infantry. So what we're going to do, from Derby we go for... I think we're going to go to Drabant Guards, because that is a very balanced... It's got a pretty good defensive morale as well. Now, to be fair, Marauder infantry would be really good for fire, but I think we're going to stick to the balance right now. We need to kind of conserve our manpower a little bit, especially looking at how little we have right now. We'll use the mercenaries over here to at least a little bit larger extent. Hopefully that'll help at least a decent bit. Now we might be able to take care of some of these smaller... Oh, there we go. Anizar is out of the war. A white peace, but a peace nonetheless. So these can now start heading up north as well. And get to our capital, I suppose. Meet up there with the troops, so we can probably attach them to the main army then and start clearing out some of the smaller armies here. And we do have the ticking war score right now, thanks to the battle that we had. So we can... Okay, we can gain another 5 points of war score from this. Or the ticking war score, assuming that Trebizond doesn't lose any combat. I'm going to give Trebizond orders to be around here so that I can help them. Hopefully they'll listen. Oh, and the Sardabat Separatists have fired in common. Right, there's 11,000 men. I could deal with that, but right now it's more important to deal with some of these smaller armies here. If I can stack wipe these, or at least beat them back in there. Now, luckily we are in December, so we should be getting at least like 5, maybe even 6,000 manpower in January. Oh, they are now scattering. We're still having a bit of problem with the troops there, so I'm just going to consolidate the regiments. Where's the mercenaries? They're still pretty far away. Yeah, okay. Right, so we got about 6,600 manpower. Once we reinforce a little bit more on this army, it should be fine, especially... Ooh. Okay, that is a Turkish army there. I suppose I could go after it, because it's going to try to catch up to my mercenaries, I'm afraid. It is going to catch up to them. Okay, well, I won't be able to do much about that. You know what? Let's just go after the small armies up here, then, as a revenge. Because those mercenaries, I can't do much about. I did siege down Kislar really quickly there. Oh, the mercenaries are actually getting out of the way. Good. Good. Run! Oh, and we lost ability. But luckily it did reset the disaster already. They are chasing after us. I'm hoping that... Okay, you know what? We may need to turn around. to go and fight that army. Although we'll group up at least. That's 7,000 men there. We still got the ticking war score. We don't have, of course, now any of the sieges from... Well, we didn't actually siege down anything from Anisa. We do have 13,000 Turkish army in here, or Turkish army soldiers. So that is... Okay, it's mostly infantry and a bit of cavalry. So we should be able to deal with that. Assuming that Karaköyünlü doesn't get themselves stack wiped or anything. We'll group up at Hayasan and then we'll go after this army. We might be able to take that one out. In the meanwhile... Ooh, that's 18,000 men. Okay, that's gonna be a bit tricky. Hopefully they'll take a bit of attrition there as well, in the meanwhile. How is the attrition situation? So, taking 30,000 attrition, we lost almost 100,000 men on our side. Mostly just in combat, me and Ossetia. A bit of Trebizond. So Trebizond actually hasn't done that much, but they've probably lost quite a few battles early on at least. Although right now we are in that part of the time period here where they didn't actually lose that much, or on the timeline. Where they didn't lose that much. Okay, so we got... How much troops do we have here? I've got 17,000 plus. Ossetia has 2,500. So yeah, we got almost 20,000 against those 13,000. We got higher Miltech. They got another 1,000 men there, but they got Miltech 33, we got 34. So that is quite a good change of pace there. And I'm hoping that Trebizond will de-siege Chechnya, because that is a gold province. And missing out on those taxes is a bit bad. Okay, so are you... The truce with Sardaban has ended. That might be bad. Right, so they are moving down here. I'm going to catch them there. Oh, it's only one army there right now, so we're going to have a quick battle at first. They will bring in reinforcements. We've got a lot of troops in here. So it's going to be fighting basically one army at a time, despite the combat is probably going to be... Oh, no, they're not bringing the troops in after all. Okay, well, that's a 10 point of war score. Excellent. We only lost 1,400 men, whereas they lost almost 5,000, like 4,800 or so. Right, well, let's catch that cavalry then. And I'm hoping that that's going to give us another 5 or 6 points, maybe. Oh, 8.5, okay. Alright, well, we got 50% war score now, so it's very likely that we'll get a pretty decent peace deal soon, I reckon. And then we can start, you know, rebuilding a little bit. And we're not going to do the reform this time, not this early on anyway. Oh, is that... Oh, that's going to... Right, that's going to Adana. Let's see if I can catch that army as well. I'm guessing Trebizond will be doing peace deal soon. And I'm hoping that we'll... Oh. Hoping that we'll get something out of it. Can we catch that army is the question. Not by the looks of it. Oh, there we go. Right, so, they did actually lose more troops than we did overall. Now, especially in these last few battles, they did lose quite a bit. So, Turkish Empire is up to give up all claims in Trebizond. Turkish Empire will end up with the overlordship of Astrakhan and Durazzo. 263 ducats to Trebizond and its allies. We get 200 ducats of that. That's a decent bit of inflation. Will cost over 100 diplo points for Trebizond. No extra expansion prestige. We get 8 prestige out of that. Alright, that's pretty good. And they owe us 25 favors now. I'm not entirely surprised by that, to be fair. But that does open up the door for some expansion over here later, which is excellent news. And Trebizond didn't lose anything, so that's good. So we did alright. We managed to kind of keep the AI in check for the most part, or like on this attempt at least. They weren't running around aimlessly, so we'll pay off at least one. Well, pay off both of these loans actually. So that's going to lower the interest rates a little bit. Damascus has announced me as a rival. Oh, Ossetia wants to be a principality. Okay, well, why not? So lost quite a bit of stuff in there, and now the separatists in Colm have finally started gaining some ground. But we are sending our army to deal with that one. How is the Liberty Society? Karaköyünlü is still 100%. The enforced religion is slowly wearing down, but it's gonna be taking a while. Ossetia at least has, well, it's 42% Liberty Society. It could be worse, it could be a lot better to be fair as well. We have the disaster still trying to fire, but it's not too bad yet. I believe we still got some of the modifiers that are making the stability increase intervals a bit higher, like the urban autonomy, enforce obligations. So that's the extra manpower obligation. And expanded authority, that's going to expire in 3 years. Alright, let's actually have a quick look. Okay, stability is still going down. But that might be because we started the year at positive stability, didn't we? Right, one thing that I suppose I should do is offer Mamluks military access. They'll like me a bit more, and they might help with some of the rebellions every now and then. Although there's no guarantee of it, but it's a possibility. Right, so Karakin looters returning back to the capital. Go to Con and hopefully deal with that separatist army there, and then we'll slowly start reducing the mercenaries and building up our own army. Still spending a lot of money. To be fair, we're quite a bit over our force limit, so that is doing quite a bit of a number there. And our... How we got on the Colombian imports? It's present in few provinces in here, and it's still spreading. We are getting commercialization in our capital thanks to the knowledge sharing from Commonwealth, but it's probably not going to get all the way through. But it's eventually going to hit, or be present at least in Derbent and Baku. And then from there it's going to spread in. But it might slow us down in terms of technology for a while still. So actually what I suppose I could do, how about I set these as provinces or provinces of interest in this? I have. Let me put Kuban as well. So that's going to allow me to expand a little bit down that way. We've got a lot of provinces of interest down here as well. Oh, right. How's Fadl doing? They're allied to Case and Corset. Is Corset allied to Mamluks? Yes, they are. And Damascus. Alright. So to be fair, with the Ossetian army, we should be able to... Oh, the Philosopher has died. That's not great. Let's see. We got nobility. Okay, this one's not nobility. That one's not nobility. That's nobility. Okay, so it's probably going to be the bureaucrat option then. So it's going to be a little bit higher in terms of upkeep, but at the same time, it's going to be a lot of admin points. So we do need them. So I think it's fine. Plus a bit of prestige. And idea cost reduction. Well, we don't have any ideas that we need right now, but more bureaucrat influence is almost nice. To potentially do some more reforms. Ooh, actually. Let's have a look at the support and nobility. If we do the promote the aristocrat faction, it would increase their influence. But also 15 points on loyalty. What I suppose I could do is I could perhaps remove one of the various privileges that they have. Perhaps the consolidated holdings. That's going to start reducing their power a little bit over time, so we're going to increase it even further. No, we're going to do this. It's minus 50 in loyalty though, so it's pretty bad. Also, bureaucrat corruption goes up by 10. Relations go down quite a bit. But I think I'm going to do that because over time that is going to reduce their influence drastically. So now we just need to, if we do the promote aristocrat faction, it's already going to get us a little bit closer, and then we just need to do one more thing. Because we could do the marriage. That's 10 loyalty, plus minus 3 unrest in Margeti. Oh, and it's going to get us the +1 stability. Yeah, I'll take it. Alright, so we're about, well, soon reaching the separatists here. Hopefully we'll deal with that quickly. How is the war exhaustion? It is going down by 0.17 per month. But it did get fairly high. That's level 2 for... We can probably have the mercenaries siege that one down. Maybe leave like a couple cannons in there to help. Because we don't have a siege leader, it doesn't matter that much. Okay, almost there. Oh, and we lose the stability. Well, we did reset the timer at least on the disaster again. I'm a bit low on the infantry, or cavalry is a bit too high, I suppose. Right, so let's just go ahead and... Oh, they didn't die yet. Going to Artistan, okay. This one's going to go to Artistan, the mercenaries going to siege down. Let's consolidate the regiments. Right, we're still losing a lot of cash. Oh, there we go, that's a stack wipe. So where do we have next step? This? Oh, it's that one, okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one to... I don't know, Constantinople or something like that. And I have it do the rebel suppression already. We can... Oh, there we go. Oh, wow, that siege went really quickly there. I suppose they just gave up. Or something, I don't know. Right, so let's just go ahead and start deleting some of these. I'm going to leave the bigger one for the time being. But that's going to reduce the upkeep quite drastically. Although, how much are we over our force limit, I wonder? We're over by 4. Alright. Well, that's pretty bad. Suppose we could get rid of this one as well. Like, it does cost quite a bit. Actually, how much does it cost to upkeep? Yeah, it's about 2.25 ducats per month. Plus, you know, more troops means, well, technically more over our force limit. Oh, there we go. See them. 363. That's actually pretty good. Much better than I expected. Or what we had previously. Oh, Nansung is aggressive. Diplo reputation goes down. Cost of fabricate claims goes down. Liberty desire goes up. Okay, so that might mean that both the vessels are again disloyal. We'll help Karaka Yunlu a little bit over there as well. Right, so we've got about 150 ducats. We're still losing some, although once the year changes, it's probably gonna recalculate the force limit and all that. Is gonna be slightly different. We should be running... Ooh, actually, did we start the year at positive stability again or not? It is still going down. Not very quickly, mind you, but it is going down. What about the corruption? Provincial corruption is going down. Yeah, stability is going up or down by about 1.2 per month right now. Our state reach is not changing there. Probably not going to do too much about that, to be fair. Although, technically speaking, we could expand the bureaucracy. It's going to be a bit more corruption. And also stability is going to go down quite a bit. Like a half a point. At least we'd be gaining a bit more state reach. I think we're going to do that because that is going to increase a lot of the taxes that we get as well. Of course, you know, losing the stability or losing stability points is not great. But we'll survive. Okay, we've got 4,000 manpower still left over. Although we still need a little bit more to reinforce, like about 200 men, so it's not too bad. We'll have 4,500 pretty much until the end of the year, most likely. We are still pretty bad behind in tech, but of course, once we start getting some of the institutions, like the Colombian imports, we've got it in 3 provinces, or 5 provinces already, okay. We should be spreading into quite a few areas now. Oh, Kisla is almost, or has almost got it in. How much is it getting per month? 0.6? Okay, that's actually quite impressive. In about 2 years it's going to be present there, and a few other areas after that. So, sure enough, we are spreading. Oh, and the knowledge sharing in, so we'll actually save a bit more money through that as well. Going to be another ducat or so. Oh, widespread tax relief ended. Ooh, actually, we might have to do that again, though. Just to get the stability up a little bit. I'll make sure that it doesn't drop too much. I'm not going to do the grain provisions, though, because that is quite expensive and we don't have that much cash. We do have a little bit right now, but that's still going down, which... How's the influence of the aristocrats? It's 70% right now. Right, well, there's noble marriage, influential aristocrats, and the royal consort that are increasing it. Plus the expansive court. Yeah, it's going up quite a bit. But I'm hoping that we can start curtailing the power of the nobility a little bit now. It is actually, well, at the start of the year it does go down at least, so that's good. The influence, but the power, it's probably still going up thanks to all the modifiers that we have. That, yeah, it's going up by about a quarter per year. Luckily, some of those modifiers aren't going to last that long. So we should be fine soon enough, I guess. Oh, we could increase the service dues, but I'm not going to do that. We still need to kind of work through the influence and... Oh, right, they need to have less power as well. Well, the power is something that they will start losing slowly. The loyalty isn't great. I think it is going up, though, isn't it? I did see the numbers there, but it's... Yeah, it is going up. Almost half a point. I think that might be... yearly? I don't think it's doing it monthly, but I suppose it could be monthly. Not really paid attention to that numbers that much. So I know last time we did the right of commerce reform, which is a good one to do. We're not going to do it this time yet because we have so many modifiers still lingering in here that are increasing the stability increase into all, like the urban autonomy, the enforced obligations, the expanded authority and all that. So we are going to stay away or steer away from that one for now until we've managed to clear out a little bit more of the nobility's power, or until we get a ruler with higher admin skill than 1, because if we basically are going to hit -3 stability whenever we do that reform. There's like, unless we get to like +2 or +3 to begin with, and then we do the reform, otherwise it's going to be pretty bad still. But yeah, with the... once Zeatham takes over, we should be able to do a bit more of the reforms. I don't think we need to do a lot of the clergy reforms here. Clergy doesn't really have that much power. Although one thing that I suppose I could do the show of devotion. That's going to give us a little bit of stability increase into all, a bit of spirituality, and clergy's loyalty is going to go up. We do spend a bit of points and prestige on that. Overall, I think it's worthwhile. I lost the conquest casus belli on Sardabar. Oh, because Katanga took over. They're now fighting a different war. Alright. Well, thanks to Caracalla being Orthodox, we can use their casus belli to do Holy War, so that's fine by me. But I think we are out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye-bye.